What's up, y'all? It's Black Evu. I wanted to come in here to talk about this article I just came across about a situation that happened in Chicago back in 2012. This situation was basically swept up under the rug because we're just now hearing about it. And from what I've gathered, it's just another case of corrupt law enforcement. So I'm going to read this article and we can find out what happened. So it says here, in 2012, 19-year-old Tevin Lewis and his best friend Marquise Sampson allegedly robbed a restaurant after reportedly making off with about $1,200. The two ran in different directions. Sampson crossed paths with an officer who gave chase and ultimately opened fire, killing the teenager. Lewis arrived at the scene where his best friend was shot and attempted to cross the police line. He was arrested for disorderly conduct, but in a shocking turn, Lewis was eventually charged with first-degree murder in the death of his best friend. Even though it was the officer who killed Sampson, Lewis was found guilty. He is now serving a 32-year sentence for armed robbery and a 20-year sentence for murder. Lewis is one of 10 people with similar cases exposed in the Chicago Reader's new article headline, "Charged with murder, but they didn't kill anyone, police did." So, you have two black teenagers who allegedly robbed a restaurant and took off with some money. Got into an altercation with an officer. Officer killed Marquise, fatally shooting him, and blamed the murder on his friend Tevin. If that isn't corrupt, I don't know what is. And me being from Chicago, I can truly indeed say that the CPD, Chicago Police Department, and or law enforcement are indeed corrupt. That's why black people don't call the police. That's why black people are afraid of the police. That's why when they come out and say, oh, a mass shooting, so-and-so died, this many people were shot, this many people were injured, to me it's all bullshit. It's fake and it's a setup. It just goes to show that the prison industry is a billion-dollar corporation, and the way they make their money is by keeping those prisons filled with who? With blacks and minorities. It's a billion-dollar corporation, and that's how they make their money, keeping those prisons filled. Now, at the time of this event, Tevin was 19 years old. Here we are in 2016. How old he is now? Probably 23. And he has to spend the rest of his life in prison, serving a 32-year sentence for armed robbery and an additional sentence of 20 years for a murder he didn't commit. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. And it's just going to keep happening. It's going to keep on happening. Like Tevin's life is basically screwed if he doesn't get help or anyone to back him and get those charges dropped. His life is screwed. He won't be getting out until about 65 for a alleged, remember now, alleged robbery and a murder he did not commit. Some punk ass officer did it, and we don't know his name, we don't know how he looked, or any of that information. But you know, it's just crazy here in the US. It's Black Evu. I'm about to get out of here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I will put the link in the description so you can check it out for yourselves. I'm getting out of here. Peace.